Hi Libra, welcome to your reading for September 2020. Libra, a sign that I love. I have my nephew right on the cusp on the 24th of September. My beautiful granddaughter Lily is on the 14th. My sister is on the 15th. So I love the sign of Libra. I love the way you guys think. I appreciate your mind very much. And, I am your neighbor. I'm a Virgo, so I get the Libra energy. Anyway, welcome everyone. This is going to be for Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising, as always. You may have planets in the sign of Libra. You may have just found yourself guided to this reading, and you don't know if you have Libra in your chart. Welcome, and thank you for paying attention to your intuition. So whatever brought you, I want to welcome you. I hope your message will be in here. I feel like it will if you've been guided this way. You have a lot of options out there. So, if you chose this reading over all the others, then there you go. You may also find if you do watch a lot of readings, which I really don't recommend watching too many readings, you know what I mean? Because, it's just a tidbit to help spark your creation, your manifestations, to help spark you in a direction that you start building from that point, right? You start looking at something maybe from a different perspective, and therefore it's like you build this new road, and who knows where the road takes you. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and just take a moment, calm our minds. I feel like you guys have a lot on your mind because normally I can get very calm before a reading, but I felt like a little bit of what felt like anxiety, but it felt like from external sources. So I feel like you have a lot on your mind. So we're going to just try to calm it. Maybe do a little bit of deep breathing. Inhale for 4. Hold it for 4. And then release it through the mouth for 4. Usually if you do that 3 times in a row, it'll help calm you. As always, feel free to ask that your messages be illuminated to you, and that can be through something I say, it can be a number, it can be color, it can really be anything. I find myself saying off-the-wall things sometimes, and then someone will verify it's, something they were thinking. So, all right, my loves, let's begin. So we're going to use the month of October to bring back our major arcanas. This is where we just take 2 or 3, depending, more comes out. Usually I'll take them, but I try for 3. And it's really going to give us like the outline of what's going on, and then we'll bring in 2 more decks. Okay, so these are really just to give us an idea of what's going on, what type of energies we're dealing with. It's like a bullet point to help you understand the story that's about to come out, that type of thing. When I read tarot, what I love about tarot is I feel like I am a detective, like a psychic detective, and I think my guides just know how I like to read, so I like to figure it out, and by the way, I use the whole spread, I see how they're relating to each other, and that also helps tell the story, so I just want you to know that I'm just like always just go in order. Okay, we have the Chariot. It was in reverse, but I told myself before I began that I wasn't going to read these in reverse. But I'm going to keep in mind that it was in reverse. You know, for some, I feel like I see this big rainbow, and I feel like this is a time when that rainbow, it's funny because I see you like maybe years ago, maybe when you were young, like looking at this rainbow metaphysically and making a dream upon it. And I feel like this is talking about that time period coming to fruition. We have the moon. Certainly talk about things that have been hidden. You know, for some of you, I feel like you're moving into a time period where, you know, there is some uncertainty. Really, isn't that not all of us? You know, we're in a time with this COVID and everything, where everything just kind of feels uncertain. You know, uncertain, and could certainly be moving into that period. But I feel like, you know, it's in the, like, let's not just use that example because really, what I feel, it's more of an energy. So moving ahead, even though, you know, everything's not clear to me, you know, moving through that. So that could be something that slows a progress. It doesn't stop it. It's almost like I'm seeing it like, excuse me, like mud, but not thick mud. So I can still walk through it, but it adds a little resistance to my step. But it's not thick mud, so it doesn't hold you in place. Excuse me. We have the Empress, and we have the Tower. It's funny, I feel like some of you have a worry perhaps over your mother. And, you know, I feel like, I do feel like someone is worried about, could be yourself, but I feel more like I'm worried for someone else. And maybe this is why when I came into the reading, I had all these things on my mind. And, you know, it could be related to the fires out west. I'm at the East Coast. But nonetheless, I feel like, you know, help, this chariot is representing help. It's representing a new day. And, you know, it's not the end of dreams. You know, keep that dream alive, because I feel like it's moving through the mud, but it's going to reach whoever is represented in this Empress right now. The Tower is here. But nonetheless, she comes before that. She comes before the Tower. So there may be a possibility of stopping this Tower. Maybe the Tower still happens, but the Empress is no longer there to, you know, like out of danger type of energy. I'm using the fires, but, you know, as I'm saying this, I realize this can be in any element of your life, and it can be you, it can be someone else. But if it's someone else, I feel like it's someone else that you care about. You know, and like on the surface level, what it says to me is, you know, help is on the way for you, no matter what the Tower is. And when I'm saying help, I have to say it can be many different things. Like it can be you. It can be you receiving like this clarity, this epiphany to go forward, to move into, you know, move into a certain type of energy. even though you're not sure about it, even though, you know, maybe it won't be a piece of cake. Maybe it will take effort, but the effort will pay off with the Empress on the other side of it. The Empress is very fruitful, very wise, you know, can certainly take care of herself. And honestly doesn't feel fazed by this tower, even though that tower is there. Okay, let's leave that be and let's keep moving. It has really sparked my curiosity. I do have Cancer and Pisces side by side here. So this is going to be like the meat and potatoes, the story of what's going on, of what this is talking about. And then we'll use another deck to clarify or take it a level deeper. That's why I always say, you know, if you watch the beginning of the video, you definitely want to watch the end, because I feel like the beginning is about the discovery, and then the middle and the end is about what we can do about it, right? How we can overcome, or how we can even avoid. Because again, I feel like this Empress may be avoiding the tower. And it may even be saying to you, if there's something, you know, something you want to bring to light, something that comes from you, that would be through your creativity and your wisdom that you've gained through life. You got to move in it. You know what I mean? Like, even though it may feel difficult in the beginning, again, it's like thin mud compared to thick mud. This is thin mud. You know, you can move through it. It might, you know, have a little bit of, some of you, it's about a business. Just, I don't know why, the Queen of Pentacles reminded me of her owning a business. Okay. We have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups coming under the Chariot. So what does this tell me? This tells me that, you know, at one time, you're in the energy of, you know, or maybe even forced to look at your emotional house, right? To get clarity over that emotional house. You know, why the cups got knocked over. And even if I don't feel them again, why can't I put them in the upright, you know? So it's, you know, it's getting to deep, really looking at all elements. And he is heading towards the moon, which is interesting. So as he leaves that energy of my emotional house, he is heading to the moon, and so is the Chariot here. So it's definitely connected. You know, he's doing it in the night. So again, I'm getting that energy of whatever it is, whatever this moon is representing. It's weird how I'm reading it, but it's what I'm getting. Whatever this moon represents to you, this is something you don't want to fear. This is something that you want to move through, right? So he's going in the dark of the night, but where's he heading to? He's heading to the Nine of Cups. So that tells me, you know, there's no way you can enter into the Nine of Cups energy, which is, you know, feeling good within yourself, loving yourself again. And how do you get there? By understanding yourself. Like, you know, get to know all parts of yourself, the dark and the light. We all have that. And we learn to balance it. And the Chariot represents balance also. So, you know, that may only come through walking through the mud. But nonetheless, where this person heads is the Nine of Cups. And as corny as it sounds, until we get ourselves in the energy of the Nine of Cups, where, you are appreciating you again. Maybe some of you, you're bringing out like your inner child, and it's been a long time, I feel like. And it brings you like such tremendous growth. And I feel like just prepare yourself. Like if you're gonna walk through the mud, then just then wear galoshes. Because it's funny because I feel like he's kind of unprepared, but going anyway. I feel like I'm not feeling like something bad will happen. I'm just thinking if you prepared ahead, maybe the mud would be dirt and not mud. Okay. We have the Star, which is a card of Aquarius. It's about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. It's about manifesting that. And I often feel within the Star, it's understanding the connection to above, and I say above, but it's really right there. So the connection. And, I feel like this is even the energy of reminding source of the gifts, that were promised. But, like all good things, I feel like it just comes with a little bit of a sacrifice. And the more that I know me, both light and dark, therefore, when I really know me, then therefore I recognize when I'm in the wrong kind of energy. When something pushes me in the wrong energy, I recognize that at that moment. And at that point, right there, you're at a crossroads. I can stay in that energy or I can change it. And I feel like that is part of I feel like that's what a lot of people are learning. So it may be like all of us. Anyway, let's keep going. We have the Strength card. Card of Leo. So we have Leo and Aquarius side by side, but this Pisces may be involved. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, which I kind of love. It's coming under the Tower. So, all of a sudden, I don't fear this tower anymore. I just don't fear the title, or the tower. So the Three of Pentacles is about collaboration. And to me, really what it is, it's about, we could say three people, okay? And each come to this collaboration with their own unique skill, their own unique talent, their own unique wisdom. And each component is as important as the other component. So it's about the ability to work together. And I feel like there's the energy of like building roots within this. So this may be, if this is talking about a business, a collaboration, perhaps the tower happened, but then you have the Strength card right before this collaboration. So maybe the tower came in and took something away, but I feel like what it really did is put you on this new path. Three is the beginning of it. It's a reminder that your uniqueness counts, is needed, and the ability to trust that. Anyway, okay, let's get our last four cards out. Somebody may have been like writing a book and then you came upon this block. Maybe something, maybe money stopped flowing to you or something. And, what I want to say, and don't take this the wrong way, because many times I see myself in the reading also. This can be the energy of, because of the Tower, it kind of forced me to go through the Eight of Cups energy, right? To go within, and mainly it's figuring out my emotions, because your emotions can really control. But I feel like it's like you're going after a dream, I feel like. And again, whatever that is, it's just like, I gotta go in the midst of the night, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it. Sometimes the Tower puts us exactly where we're meant to be. We have the Hermit, which makes sense. The Hermit coming under the Nine of Cups, that's a deep interflection. That is, what am I doing in the Hermit, though, truly, is I'm really going to become a master. I'm going to become a teacher of all those who come in front of me, so to speak. Because as I reflect, right, as I overcome, it's like I gain more and more and more wisdom. I gain more and more understanding, true understanding, though, because as you emerge from that, your beacon of light is there to help others, but it's also there to help light the way for you. And, it can talk about even trusting your spirituality as you go through the dark night, and maybe it's just one night. I don't know. Look at this with the Nine of Pentacles. So this is independence. This is being able to take care of oneself financially. And this is wanting it. This person could have been, they could have been forced out of something else, but something else opens up. It can be that epiphany, that whatever that rainbow was back then. But this is about success and trusting yourself. And it's interesting, we have two Virgo cards side by side, both nines. Nines about final judgment, right? So why? So then I can make the final judgment. I can make the final call. I can grab what the lesson was, what I have gained, and use it in my future life. Like, use it. It becomes something solid for you. So again, like this Tower becomes less and less powerful to me in this reading, because it's showing me almost like without this Tower, perhaps this opportunity, whatever it is, and maybe it's unknown, I don't know, but whatever it is successful. Well, look at this. We have the Wheel. The Wheel is destiny. And maybe as you were in the energy of the Eight of, the Strength card, the Strength card's about learning your power, learning who you are. Here's the infinity sign. You're more than just this human casing. I don't know what to say, human body. Much more. And I feel like in the Star card, this is the awareness of that. And even it feels like maybe the momentum that pushes you forward. And then as you move forward, the Three of Pentacles, the one thing I know is whoever this is and whatever this is, first of all, it feels like part of destiny, but not just that. It feels like if it's people, these are people who are very like-minded, who want the same outcome as I want, though we may bring different things to the table. And I think that's going to mean different things to different people. But I feel like if one of my questions is this something that would last? I feel like it's going to be rooted in time. So to me, that feels like important. I often wonder that, like when I pass, I wonder if people will still find my readings and what they'll think in the future. And I think they will. Some of them, anyway. And that may be what it's talking about you, like, imprinted in the fabric of time. There's true success here, right? And where's it coming from? It's coming from your wisdom. Like anything that you're looking for to move forward in, it's like you have it. And maybe you'll start to recognize it. When I say the tower is meant to be, I don't take that lightly because I know a tower can be many different things. And some of it difficult, and I know that. So I don't take it lightly when I say, it's meant to be, because the tower is out of our control. It's kind of out of our control. But the one thing I do know is it has the ability to open something, which, ultimately, you have the energy again of success down here. Being independently able to take care of yourself. And you wouldn't have gained this success without the wisdom you have gained. That's why the Hermit's coming before it. You've gained this. How do you gain it? You gain it through self-awareness, knowing who I am, all of me, and being able to control that, right? With the Chariot about that, controlling that energy and not letting it control me. Remembering that spiritual part of you. 7 of Wands. Wow, we got a lot more cards. I'm going to take them. 7 of Pentacles. I love the 7 of Pentacles and the Hermit together because the 7 of Pentacles is about your seed of intention. Just like I fell up here, this rainbow belongs to you. This is your seed of intention. No matter how many lifetimes ago it may have been written, if not just written above, right? We have destiny here. We have the connection to above, side by side. So we have, it just feels like beautiful, how do I want to say this? Beautiful, I feel like maybe peaceful. I have no doubt that there's work ahead. But this work seems to be something that eventually, if I'm just beginning, I am going to love. That doesn't mean it's easy, right? But for many of you, it's about owning your own business, however that is for you. It can be a channel on YouTube, can be open a brick and mortar, can be working out of your own home. But ultimately, what it creates is your independence and your wisdom. And here it is, side by side. So this seed of intention feels major. It feels pretty big. Look at this with the Ace of Swords. So some of you are in maybe the communication, maybe a communication business, or first of all, to me, the Ace of Swords is a yes. I've always read it that way. It's a yes. And it can also be, it's the beginning. the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles talks about, you know, patience. The Hermit is a patient type of energy, but you open with the Chariot, so it's movement. You know what? So I've been patient, and now the time is coming. Right now, the time is coming, and whatever it is, again, your seat of attention. You know, probably up at the star is where I'm manifesting it. You know, I'm manifesting it. Maybe I'm actively manifesting it. Some of you, it's a business. Others of you, it's, you know, some type of communication. Let's keep going. We have the Four of Cups. And we have the Ten of Swords. Interesting. Because I have you up here defending the Ten of Swords. You're defending it. And for some of you, I'll tell you what got this all moving. And it was probably the coronavirus and your time at home. You know, I feel like you got antsy. You got bored, right? That type of thing. But you knew that was the safest place for you, that type of thing. But within that energy, you know, not my normal type of energy. And I feel like as you continued in this energy, you know, here is a cup that's coming in, and it doesn't feel like the hand of God. This cup that comes to you. And through that cup, here's the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So it's almost the energy for some of you. I feel like you're defending in some way this Ten of Swords, and it may be for other people. And again, this time of, for some, boredom eventually brings you right where you need to be. Okay, let's bring the clarifiers up. Boy, we have a lot of cards. We have the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which is beautiful energy. That's a time when people are seeing it your way. Your perspective counts, where maybe before it didn't. People look up to you at the Six of Wands energy. And it's, you know, it's the underlying energy, so it's the ability. Kind of loving your reading. I hope you guys are. You'll let me know. You know, for some of you, the question is when. When, Sandy? When? Well, with the Wheel here and the Strength card coming over that, well, above that, I feel like that's up to you. Because the Strength card says you need to be able to go within to understand how strong you really are, right? I mean, she's consoling, or she's loving the lion, the king of the jungle. You know, she's not, there's no gun to his head, you know, I mean, it's quite beautiful. So, and almost like this lion, maybe it's recognizing, you know, the all parts of yourself, I feel like, all parts of yourself, but the spiritual part of yourself too. So I feel like that's, for some of you, where the time has been, what is going on. It's, you know, it's almost like you got to go through it. You got to go through it, but it's worth it. Okay. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Eight of Swords. So again, this moon is affecting you, I think. You know, this not knowing. You know, real quick, I feel like for a couple of you, you're attached to a Pisces, and I do feel like it's talking about perhaps leaving that Ten of Cups. You know, maybe you want to chase a dream. Maybe you're bringing in that Tower, but you know, this is stopping yourself, and it's stopping because of the unknown, in some way. That means sometimes I don't want to look at something. But that way, the Three of Swords. Some of you, I feel like you don't want to break someone else's heart. And we have the Nine of Wands. Well, the Nine of Wands coming over the tower, first of all, is good energy, because whatever this tower is, this is the ability to overcome it. Why? Because I've been here before. This has happened to me before. This is a repeat of a previous event, whether it be this lifetime or another lifetime. And I feel like this is talking about you already have that wisdom. It's already within. You just got to find it. You got to find it, because this is truly the ability to overcome. But it's not something. We can say time can heal all things, or all wounds, but this is you participating in that, helping yourself, allowing that part of you to come up, so to speak. And it's directly connected to the Three of Swords. So, I often feel the Nine of Wands is past lives. And I think that's what it's talking about when it says you've been here before. You've overcome it before. And you've thrived, because the Empress is under all that. So you've thrived before. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Clearly in reverse, coming over the Eight of Cups. First of all, 88. 888. 3 eighths. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse is meaning I'm not willing to put in the work. I'm not, maybe I haven't been focusing on something. And this can talk about why. Why haven't I been working on my own, or focusing on my own creativity? What it is I want to grow. Eight of Pentacles is all about, it reminds me of the field of dreams. If you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come, right? And the trust that takes, because I got to build it first and trust that they will come. And yes, so that's the kind of energy I'm feeling. But here in reverse, I'm not willing, I'm not ready, I'm not looking at it. And this can talk about, until that emotional part of you is balanced, healed, well, however you want to say it. And I feel like, how do I heal it? Well, I got to recognize it. I can't run away from it. I have to look at it. And I have to figure it out. I am more than capable of figuring out why these cups are knocked over, why I haven't picked them back up, and why I haven't moved towards what it is I truly want in life. Because it does feel like the Eight of Swords comes in as a block, because I don't know maybe what the next step is. I don't know what's out there. But the Star is here, so, it itself is a light. So it's illumination. Okay, well, let's keep going, because I hope that's changing. And I feel like it's going to change. These are all in reverse. We have the Moon again. We have the Five of Pentacles. So, this is a point when my life changes. Five of Pentacles is, some type of tower comes in, forces my hand, and puts me on the go, puts me on the move. Doesn't always have to mean physically. It can talk about a change in finances, going from the 10 to the 5. But having to accept that and move forward anyway. What's great with the Five of Pentacles is it talks about who's about to come in your life. As you move, this is the perfect card to come up with the energy I'm reading up here, connected to the Moon and the Eight of Swords. So I almost don't have a choice in the matter. But it moves me to a place where, you have the Six of Wands. People think like you do. People see your point of view. If I'm bringing something to the world, yes, I may have had to walk through hell to get here, but here I am, and here are my people, so to speak. Here are my people. And you can trust in that, you can trust on it that helpful people will show up when you least expect it. And it can be for a moment, it can be a brush, you're walking down the sidewalk and someone brushes up to you and you feel this energy and, think back, like, has it changed? Did it make you're probably at a crossroads of some sort, and that energy alone helped move you. So this is a time when that happens, and this is a time when you can meet best friends who are friends for life, because you're very like-minded. This can move to a point of building your own finances. We have the 9 here. We have the 3 of Cups coming over the 3 of Pentacles. So, to me, that's the energy of joy. And it's coming over whatever is in my mind, the creativity. This is about your creativity, your uniqueness. And for some, it's like putting pen to paper. I feel like if you meet people who in some way want to collaborate, and again, it doesn't have to be, for some of you can be family members and you're doing something. Maybe you're singing. Maybe you sing together or something, and, you make a video, it goes viral, and next thing you know, I don't know. We have the Death card of Scorpio, coming over the Hermit. So there's something you don't want to put to an end. Yet, as you move further down, you're realizing that. You clearly understand, what has to go and what can stay. I feel like it's a clear understanding that I have to be willing to put my focus towards something, whatever it is for you. And I almost feel like it's a guarantee that it's going to grow, depending on you, depending on what you put into it. But trust yourself. Trust yourself. And again, I feel like the right people are going to show up. Whether that's who you collaborate with, whether you're doing this on your own. The 9 of Pentacles is pretty independent energy. And if nothing else, what it's saying that even if I'm in a relationship, like, I can take care of myself. And I feel like for some of you, that's important. We have the Strength card again. Some of you may be connecting to Leo, because we have a lot of Leo energy all of a sudden, and we have Leo with the Hermit and Scorpio, all 3 major arcanas. I feel like no more excuses. Don't give yourself any excuses. Don't tell yourself that you can't do it. Understand that you can do it. And I feel like even what this is, you've done it before. Probably in a different format, so to speak, because I feel like this is lifetimes ago. But maybe it's every lifetime, and there's a string of it, there's a percentage of it that comes through, and then you build upon that. So, it's weird because I'm almost feeling like I'm a psychic and I'm little, and I get this energy and I don't want to believe it, right? I don't want to deal with it. I'm scared and all that stuff. And I feel like maybe this is for one person, but I feel like this is saying, allow yourself to hone into that energy, because it feels scary, because, you know, I feel like because you allow your mind to go somewhere with it versus, I don't know. But I feel like if you open yourself up to it, now I'm not talking about anything evil, that type of thing, but it's energy. I feel like, I don't know, I kind of feel like you'll understand. We have the sun, which is clearly coming in reverse. So that's illumination, but it's in reverse. So it's not so illuminated, right? My next step doesn't feel like like I can be certain about it. There's an uncertainty about it, but nonetheless, I feel like you got to jump on that wheel. Almost I got to close my eyes and jump. Just do it, and you'll land there. And I can't help but feel like some of you are going into some type of field where you are defending others. And you may have gone through that energy, whatever it is you're defending, and it may be, you know, like verbal abuse, but all through the gamut, I feel like, and it's defending others over this Ten of Swords. And I feel like for some of you, this idea came to you in a moment where you were kind of bored. You weren't doing anything. Maybe you're starting to give up, but nonetheless, I feel like this idea comes to you, kind of like on the hand of God, and it at least gives you direction on how to get there, how to become this person. And, you have the will above that. So I feel like, once you're in it, once you're doing it, um, once you move through that loose mud, you get there. Not only do you get there, but you're meant to be there. We have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups talks about happy memories. Some of you are going back home. You're moving back home. Someone's moving back home, I feel like. I feel like someone's talking to someone like from their hometown. And maybe the question is whether you're coming together. Let's keep going. We have the Hierophant coming over the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Swords. Dang it. We have the Empress again in the same line. And she's attached to the sun. And I feel like if this sun is an idea, if it's direction, I feel like there is doubt. I put doubt there before I believe it, before I trust it. And then look at this, we have Justice. I feel like some of you are becoming like advocates, lawyers for definitely those less fortunate. Maybe divorce lawyers, that type of thing. I hate to like put it right there, but I feel like for some of you, this is about the justice system, but I feel like it's more about what you're doing within that. Some of you, this person who may be in your hometown or you're in your hometown, and I feel like the other person somewhere else, they may be going through a divorce. What I like is this Six of Cups comes in after the uncomfortableness, after the movement. And I do feel like for someone, you're moving home, because I feel like this Three of Cups is like old friends. Some of you, it's like the band's getting back together. And for some reason, I feel like there's someone here who will see that. Maybe they're part of it. Okay. I want to take a couple cards right on the Six of Cups. We have the Seven of Cups. Interesting. So, that's being unsure. It's like making a decision, but it doesn't feel clear to me. You keep getting that energy of needing to make a decision. Not needing to, but to do what it is you dream of, there are some decisions that need to be made. So Six of Cups, I have happy memories. Seven of Cups, I'm anxious. We have the Prince of Swords. This can be about whether to communicate with someone or not. Whether they communicate with you. This could be both of you thinking this, because Justice would balance this energy out. So I feel like the Prince of Swords is showing up. First of all, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius can be you. This person can be of an earlier time, and maybe I want communication to come in, or maybe I'm just receiving communication. I'm going to look at the Sun in reverse, because it's on the other side. It's interesting. I have the Nine of Swords over the Ace of Swords, which would be 10 swords. And at the end of your reading is 10 swords. However, with Justice here, listen, for some of you, this is about a divorce. And I don't know, maybe you're choosing whether to be with someone else. And I don't know. But I feel like, try to settle this, because I feel Justice is about making you whole again. Because you have the Hierophant, and that's about coming from high energy. Taurus, by the way. What am I looking at? The Sun. Look at this. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords. Could be you, Gemini, Aquarius. We have the Princess of Pentacles. And we have the Three of Pentacles again. And I'm looking at the Sun. So, again, this is definitely, am I aware of my ability? What I can bring to the world? I feel like the Queen of Swords would be about communication. Truth, right? She's in the upright. She brings truth to the table. She brings awareness to the table, and she is a great communicator. Princess of Pentacles right beside her, could be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, can be of a younger age, can be part of what that Three of Cups is, because she's part of the Three of Pentacles. But she's about taking chances, right? I feel like the princesses always are willing to take a chance. They want to grow something. And she's looking right at that Three of Pentacles. So for some of you, it's like your communication, your thoughts, your ideas, bringing them to life. You have success all over the place, but you also have fear. You also have worry. And I feel like there's no need. There's no need. What is my block here? Well, I'm not putting my focus on it. I'm in my emotions more than normal. And I need to find a sense of balance there. And then I need to, whatever I focus on is what I'm going to grow. And I feel like for a while it's been focusing fear, right? But turn it around, because the Death card under that is saying, stop doing that, right? Put an end to that. If it could speak, that's what it'd say. Put an end to where that focus, focus on your emotional health, heal it, and then move from it. Don't get stuck in it. I feel like if you're in the mud, you can move through it, but if you just stand still, you're going to sink. You're going to sink. So the Death card is saying, stop. Put an end to that. Look to see where your focus is at. You have the Nine of Pentacles that pops up. It is also touching the moon. Okay. Let's take one or two. I don't know why I don't want to end your reading yet. Let's take one or two on the Nine of Swords. See if we get a little bit of, you got a lot of nines. Remember, nines say reflect, so that you can move out of this chapter. Alright, that's a lot of cards, but I'm going to take them. I feel like we already have a ton of cards. What am I looking at? Oh, Nine of Swords. We have the High Priestess. I feel like right off the bat, this is someone not trusting their intuition. Two of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, beautiful. Prince of Cups. Here comes the offer. Well, hello. Two of Cups, unexpectedly. Right? Love, soulmate, connection. Coming from this Prince of Cups, whether it's cups or not, I feel like, you know, the Prince of Cups is about bringing in a cup. Brand new shiny cup. And attached to the Two of Cups with Justice attached to that. You know, Libra, that is your card. Number one. You know, and I feel like you have the capacity to make others feel whole again. So for many of you, I feel like in some way, that's part of what you're going to be doing. Like, you do have that energy of making others feel whole. We have the Five of Cups. So this is someone of the past. Potentially broke my heart before. And if it's coming back in, it would make sense that I reflect upon this first. Right? Why? Because it puts me in the right energy. It puts me, you know, and I'm whole within myself. Number one, if someone's not legit, I'll see it. I'll see it. There's no way they'll pull the wool over your eyes. They just won't. But if they are legit, you allow yourself to feel it. Be in it, right? This is about being in it. Don't attach past energy. And I love that the Prince of Pentacles comes before that, because I often feel the threes in that, the 33, the 3-3. And it is about collective wisdom. It's about, you know, compassion, empathy, and how I got there. But it's the ability also to create pentacles from that energy. But it takes me to come from a balanced energy, and that means that I allow myself to receive, and I feel like that's exactly the energy over here. You know, allowing yourself to experience and understanding, even if you allow yourself, like you just give of yourself, that doesn't make you a fool. It doesn't mean you won't recognize the red flags. You will, but you're still living in the present moment. You're able to fully absorb. And for some of you, I feel like this is the ability to create together. Who knows? Who knows? But it feels good. It definitely feels good. You know, you have the Two of Pentacles over the Nine of Swords here. And I like that, because Two of Pentacles, I'm making a decision what it is I want in my life, right? Do I want to keep it the way it is, or do I want to add this to it? Do I want to, you know, it's knowing that I have gifts. Am I ready for them? Am I ready to bring them to my physical world? Your intuition is what seems to be guiding your energy. But the Nine of Swords is also here too. So I could definitely talk myself out of what I'm receiving. Talking myself right out of it. But nonetheless, I feel like truth of the matter comes to the forefront. And I like that the Hierophant is here and the Empress is on either side of that Nine of Swords, because I feel like you learn from that energy. You'll make realizations from that energy. And for some of you, you build from that energy. And then we have love over here. So we have a lot of different things opening up. But it's the willingness to walk through the mud, right? It's a willingness to walk through the dark. I feel like the promise to you is it won't be dark for long, especially if you have gone through the energy of the Hermit, right? Because you now come out with the wisdom. You could walk through the dark, but you have a lantern. So you will have enough illumination. Um, and I feel like any uncomfortableness is only for a short period of time. And then the energy of soulmates coming in and just helping. And it feels very smooth, though I got to be willing to put the work in. So whatever is coming to me, coming to you, this is just saying, it may come down to a decision of, am I willing to grow this or am I not? And I think that's where I'm going to leave it, because ultimately it's your decision how I want to grow this. Um, yeah, I'm going to leave it there, guys. God, I always love doing your readings. I found this one so interesting. I think just be open to the changes, knowing that even if you give of yourself, it doesn't make you more vulnerable. You'll still see the signs, but it's being in the present moment. So I'm not in the past. I'm in the present. I'm in what's happening right here, right now. And how do I feel? And what all can be, right? It's going from that energy forward. And for some of you, you're moving back home and you may be worried about that, but I feel like, no, I feel like wherever anybody ends up here, they're ending up where they're meant to, where it seems abundant. Again, not just in Pentacles, but over here, like the opportunity for a love story to open up. So, I love you guys. I loved your reading. I'm just trying to think, what am I going to title it? Because I just don't want you to miss it. So I got to make that title right. Anyway, thank you for your support of my channel. It's been tough. It's been a tough time. So I truly appreciate all that you do, the sharing, the donations, the comments, the likes, all of that. I appreciate it all, each and every bit of it. So thank you so much. Just thank you for watching my reading. And I love it when you comment, so you can really help fill it in for me too, and for others. So thank you. We're all soul brothers and sisters, so in some way I feel like we're all relating in this reading. All right, guys, I love you. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.